And welcome back, everyone, to Between Bells on Cheddar. I'm Baker Machado. We might be spending more time from home this year, but life's not on pause. As the pandemic has had a devastating impact on the entertainment industry, companies have been forced to pivot to stay afloat. And now, as virtual events are part of our new normal, entertainment company RushTix now benefiting from all of this. So joining us now from our Life from Home series is the CEO of RushTix, Jill Bourque. Jill, great to have you here. Thanks so much for joining us. Your company actually creates live virtual stand-up comedy experiences. So it sounds amazing. This seems right up my alley. So how is this different from the plethora of other events we were forced to go virtual on?
Well, it's different in that we're really trying to create community. It's more than just watching something statically on a live stream. In a RushTix experience, you're in with a whole bunch of other comedy fans, and you can interact in real time. You can ask questions, and the comedian also has a special technology that we developed that allows them to hear some of the audience, so they can actually get the feedback of laughter. So while it's not exactly the same as a live comedy show, in some ways it's actually better because more people can participate, and it's a real feeling of togetherness, which is what we need right now.
Yeah, exactly. And I can wear my sweatpants while getting a good laugh at the same time, which is fine by me. And you've got a lot of really good comedians that are a part of this. Kevin Nealon's doing this. Maria Bamford's doing this as well. And when we go to comedy clubs, you know, Joe, we're accustomed to the 2-drink minimum and all those other rules that, you know, the house needs to make the money on. How do you guys keep this financially afloat?
Well, it's a ticketed show, so the comedians benefit. You know, they don't have the road gigs that they had before. The whole comedy industry, the live industry is decimated. So our show this Saturday with Maria Bamford, her second show, by the way, she will likely have well over 2,000 fans in the audience, all participating all together in the moment.
For comedians like, let's say, Maria Bamford, you know, how do they sort of get that live audience feel? Because we know comedians like to play off of the audience and the boos and the hisses and the laughs and stuff like that. How do you sort of make it feel like everybody's really getting their money's worth here and still get that live sort of reaction that they're looking for?
Yeah, so what we do is we select certain members of the ticket buyers. They get to apply to actually be in the, like, what we call a virtual studio audience. So their laughter is right there with her. So when she's telling jokes, she can hear their laughter in real time, and then that is broadcast to, you know, to the thousands of others. And then in the actual experience, all the people who are in it are on chat, and they're actually, you know, chatting, they're talking with each other, they can ask questions. Every show has a live Q&A afterwards where the comedian can directly answer all the questions that are coming up in chat. And also we have live tipping, so fans can show their appreciation and tip right in real time. So it's really fun, it's different, it's kind of a whole new medium where artists can express themselves in a whole new way.
That's actually really cool because you're right. And nobody really congregates and talks about what they saw until after the event is over or after the comedian is over with. So that's kind of cool. You can do that in real time. What about virtual hecklers? Do you have like protocols in place so that way they're not on it, or are they on it?
We actually do a lot to explain to the folks that are going, like, I would say, first of all, the ones that are applied to be in the studio audience are super fans. And so if their enthusiasm usually has to do with that they're just really excited. So we tell them that, you know, they're part of the show, and we would love to have their laughter, their woohoos, their clapping, but not their heckling or their own jokes. So we do a pretty good job of setting expectations for everyone involved.
The pandemic has obviously changed how a lot of us do our normal things like going to a movie theater, all those other sorts of things. Do you envision, Jill, a scenario when a vaccine is available and people start going about their normal everyday lives that will return to comedy clubs, and this will be a great supplement to that to allow comedians to continue to do other things? Or do you envision this becoming the mainstream here?
I could see it definitely when comedy clubs open again. This is a great way to have a different type of fan engagement. I would say what's interesting about live streaming is that it's a real up close personal medium, in that you see the comedian up close. They're not way up on a stage, and you are with them in real time, and you get to know them in a personal way. For example, most live streams are done in the comedian's home, and you get to see, like, Brian Posehn's like Nerd Wall, or Maria Bamford's pugs, or Kevin Nealon's guitar collection. You get to really be in their space with them, and I think it really creates a very a stronger bond with the fans.
Oh, I totally agree with that. It creates a new intimacy that you normally wouldn't get with the comedian. I think this is amazing stuff. CEO of RushTix, Jill Bourque. Great to have you here, Jill. Thank you so very much for joining us.